Hello, welcome to another episode of Open Shutter. We have 3 members of our 6-member staff on today. So lucky you, more airtime for Evans, Bryan, and myself. And today we're going to be talking about spring photography because tomorrow's April 1st, and I'm pretty sure April Fool's is canceled tomorrow. So unless someone has a really good prank, I'm pretty sure it's going to be canceled tomorrow because there may be another lockdown. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens tomorrow. And we figured we keep things light and try to share our tips and tricks with spring photography. I think we all have kind of our ideas about what spring means to us and how we kind of shoot it and how we kind of transition our grid from winter to spring, which I always find a challenge. But hopefully today we can share a few tips and tricks on how we approach spring photography, and you can take them away and practice on your own kind of thing, or with a group, whatever those are. And thanks for joining us. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Paul. Run a photography meetup group called Get Out Shoot. We do whatever is allowed, so be it in person or online. Check us out at getoutshoot.com. And my YouTube channel is all about photography. So if you're into that kind of stuff, check me out because it's kind of all over the place with a whole bunch of stuff going on. But that's what makes it fun. So that's my pitch. What are you, Bryan? Do better than me.
I'm just getting in the chat there on the YouTube channel.
Yeah,
we're on
moderate for us.
Paul's channel tonight, so you can look us up there.
Subscribe.
My name's Bryan McGowan. I am a Brampton-based photographer and videographer, and springtime. Let's have some fun with that. Because why not? At least it'll have some color, unlike looking outside right now.
Yeah, it's pretty bad out right now.
Yeah. So let's hear from Mr. Evans.
Hello. Welcome to Open Shutter. My name is Evans. I'm also based in Brampton, Ontario. I shoot mainly portraits, weddings, and events. But I'm always open to trying out new stuff because you can't always be a one-way shooter, right? So spring is coming, and let's all plan and see what we can come out with this spring. And don't forget, you can always share your stuff with us by tagging us on at Open Shutter, YouTube, on Instagram. Right, we always want to see what our viewers are creating as well. So it's going to be a good show tonight.
It's going to be good. Hey, Tony. What's going on?
Tony's in the chat.
Hey, Tony, if you want to share some pics.
Tony.
If you want to share some pics, if you want to share some bangers, let us know. But anyway, I do a little icebreaker question about just throwing out to Bryan and Evans, like, what does spring mean to you guys, I guess, is like the first question.
You go ahead, Evans. You can.
Yeah, for me, spring is just like a new beginning, new season, fresh things coming up from the ground, and so I see it as an opportunity to, like you said, you have all the winter stuff coming in. We've always been mostly indoors during the winter. We've gone out a little bit here and there, especially this winter. This winter has been really tough, right? With the lockdowns and everything. We really didn't get to go out as much as personally I would like to. But with spring coming, it's not too cold and you can get out there and do a lot more outdoors, right? And the lockdown restrictions a little bit here and there, but it's still better than what we had in the winter, right? So I think it's time to go forth and try new things, and it's a new season, new things to try out. Fresh air. Well, I would say.
Yes,
absolutely, for sure. So, what about you, Bryan? Same kind of thing, or you have a different take?
That's just it's a season of new growth. So go look for it if you want some interesting stuff to photograph. And it's just I don't know. There's like any season, there's a lot to photograph. You just have to look for different ways to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And we always like shooting sunrise, and now like the sun is getting up earlier and earlier. So slowly, it's going to become a mission to like get up for these things. But it's worth it when it goes right. Hey, Kim.
Yeah, sunrise can be a challenge. Hey, Kim.
I like the longer days.
Yes.
I do like the longer days, obviously. Who doesn't like the longer days? So let me start us off with a photo about, obviously spring means flowers, right? So I'll just show a quick photo I'm gonna keep it a surprise, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm very mysterious that way.
Just because Tony's mentioning cherry blossoms, I'm gonna get one of those ready to go.
Yeah. Do you guys have this?
Yep, I can see it.
The big one, the upright. Okay. So I mean, it's not a great photo because there's a lot of people in this, but this is at Trinity Bellwoods, and I think I mentioned this before, but it has a really good, like, obviously these are cherry blossoms, but it's a great spot to get the cherry blossoms. And I know that last year they actually closed the park because of like the first lockdown. So I don't know if it's even open. I think it is actually. But it is a great spot to get cherry blossoms, and obviously cherry blossoms means spring. I mean, really, you need to get here early so there's no one in your photo. I think this was like on my lunch break or something. I don't know what I was at. I think this is like 2018 or 2019. And I just kind of like shot this because that's a great little path for like the CN Tower, right? But also a great spot for portraits too with like the cherry blossoms. I don't know if you guys have been there during the cherry blossoms.
I usually stay away from Toronto parks.
Yeah, I've just been to the one in Mississauga. I think it's Korea Park or something.
Yeah,
where you have a whole bunch of cherry blossoms as well. So I usually go there, close to 6 Square One area.
Okay. I think
Korea Park is really nice. If you've never been there, Paul, we should go.
Yeah, we should check that place out. Let me. So I'm going to show you another photo. How you can. They close it for the first 2 weeks, but it still has the petals after. That's what Kim said. Yes.
Yeah, there's actually a park in Brampton too.
Yeah.
Called Archdeacon Park. I've actually got a drone shot of that queued up as one of my shots to share tonight. So.
Even like this one, like this guy. So you kind of frame someone with the cherry blossoms, and yeah, you kind of use the cherry blossoms to your advantage, and obviously look for color, right? Like the yellow and like the purple, they kind of work well together. What kind of Evans is doing today? So it's kind of interesting. So yeah, so always obviously look for color, but also look for ways that you can frame your subject and get really close to don't be afraid to like not get close to stuff, right? Because you just get different perspectives, which I like. And like this guy actually, like, I think this guy knew someone in the group, and somehow he like found his way back to me. He's like, "Hey, you took my photo." I'm like, "Oh, cool. You want it?" It was so weird. Yeah, it was so weird because like someone. He's like, "Oh yeah, you took my photo." I'm like, "Okay, cool, man." But
it's weird how that works out sometimes.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, but I'm like, don't worry, I wasn't spying. I just like your yellow jacket and the yellow hair. It kind of worked with the cherry blossoms. So
yeah.
When in doubt, just look for someone interesting to frame your cherry blossoms against, and just makes it different versus just shooting like dead on, like the first photo I showed you guys. So that'll be my first example. Let me. Okay, this is Evans. Bryan.
No.
Oh, Bryan.
That's me. Yep, that's me. That's early morning. That's actually the sun coming through the trees. Bit of flash on her and the cherry blossoms. You get there nice and early in the morning. You can actually do some great photo shoots there.
Nice.
What park is this?
Archdeacon Park in Brampton.
I gotta visit that place this year.
Yeah, it's worth it. And
we should go if we can legally go there.
For 1 second, I will find.
There's a street north of Gary Avenue off Ossington that is amazing. Really, Kim?
Here
for cherry blossoms.
There, if I'm still on screen, there you go. So that's a drone shot of Archdeacon Park in Brampton.
Nice.
That's nice, man.
Thank you. And then
that's
just while we're on the theme of cherry blossoms, I have one more cherry blossom shot queued up for tonight. So
Wow, I love it.
This right here. Early morning sunrise.
Yeah, we should
cherry
go check this
blossoms.
place out. It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice with the
It's a
shadows.
nice spot. Yeah. And that's actually currently in my MP's calendar. So that shot.
You're welcome.
Nice.
Yeah. Which I still don't have
All
the
right,
check
that's cool.
for, but I mean, hey.
Yeah, well, this is if you're watching, pay Bryan.
Yeah. At least send the check.
Just
Well, they said they sent
man.
the check. They said they sent the check.
Now
It
it's
doesn't
in.
arrive
Now
yet,
it's in.
so.
Now it's in COVID mail.
Yeah, COVID mail.
It's in the COVID mail system. Oh no!
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So this one,
Is that
this
lilac?
one, yeah, this one I think what do you call that pack? Chinguizi pack.
Okay.
Right. I don't do much with flowers, especially when it comes to portraits. I just like the springtime. The shots I take most at springtime is just sunset shoots over the lakes and stuff like that. I just because I love long exposures, right? And the fact that when it's spring, you have the long nights. I mean the long days, which means that around 7 p.m., 7:38, that's where the sun is setting. I like that because even when I'm working, I'm in the office, I can get home by 6 o'clock, head out around that time, go out and do some nice sunset long exposures. But occasionally I do portrait shoots like this, right, outdoors with the flowers because who doesn't like flowers, right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, so this one I think I had one AD 600 because actually this was maybe around 7:30 p.m. there about the sun was still really powerful. So I used the Godox 8600 in an umbrella to kind of target some light on her so I can darken the background a little bit so the flowers don't get blown out.
Oh, cool. Good photo, man. Kim said, Bryan, that would be nice for portraits.
Yeah, it's just replying
Bryan's
to her actually
photo?
in the chat and said, I've actually done a lot of portrait shoots there. I didn't want to fill the whole show with my portrait shots from the blossoms. So I've done a bunch of shoots there though. It works really well. I've even done smoke grenades there too. So
Oh, really? Let's see. Why don't we have... Okay, let's get off the flowers and... Okay, you guys have the umbrella?
Yes, sir. Nice, bright, colorful umbrella.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, you don't really have to shoot flowers all the time. You can get really creative and just try to represent spring with just color. And obviously the lady with the umbrella works. You know, I debated whether to keep the kid in or not. I don't know. The kid had a pretty cool expression. But again, just pay attention to who's around you. And the umbrella I thought was super cool because, you know, spring means rain and rain means umbrellas. So it kind of works. So this is just another way that you can just kind of capture spring. And
yeah, it's nice and bright.
Yeah, it's a really simple photo, right? Like like this photo's not even edited. It's just like just straight out of the camera. Yeah, I mean, you could crop the kid out, and then you could, you know, the people in the background are like a distraction, but just a way to break up your grid into like the spring vibe to it. Also, like when it rains, it's a great time to get people with umbrellas because obviously people will be using them at the time, and it's a great time to get like umbrella shots, especially when it's raining, because then you get like the mood of like the actual like season, right? Yep. So that's what I do sometimes, and sometimes you get some really cool shots, and sometimes people have some really cool umbrellas too.
Yes.
You know, sometimes you just gotta like look right.
Mm-hmm.
Also, do you guys have the butterfly?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Right. So yeah. So I mean, I had to wait a little bit for this butterfly to land, but when it lands, it's worth it. And again, just the color aspect and like just kind of like the season of life and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. And then using like a fast lens to get to get the depth of field works too. And I think butterflies always makes for cool photos.
Butterflies work well.
Butterflies work well, right?
Better.
What's this one? And then also try to get like level to like your subject, right? Like sometimes like don't like shoot again like dead on. Like you want to get like level to like the flower. And this flower, I don't know, it seems to have like an eye to it. So I don't know if it was like possessed or whatever, but it's kind of like a weird flower. Like it's like look at this thing. Like look at like it has like eyelashes. It's weird. I don't know what kind of flower this is, but I just thought it was weird. So that's why I took it. So I got like basically in the dirt and took it that way.
Okay.
But so yeah, get like kind of like shooting like wildlife. You want to get like level to your subject. Also like do the same thing for like flowers because again, you get different angles and perspectives and just comes out differently. Don't be afraid to get dirty.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to crawl through dirt to get the shot.
Or worse.
Like you have done, yes.
Yes.
20th question. Hey guys, do you think a good spring photo should be shot in natural light or strobe? Well, maybe strobe for portrait, eh? I don't know.
It depends on the look you want.
Yeah, it depends on what you're going for. I mean, personally, I think that it all depends on the look, but I shoot a lot more natural light during springtime. Not for any specific reason. It's just that because the rain and stuff like that. Plus, also I want to do a lot more outdoors. I don't want to carry too much equipment with me most of the time. So I would shoot more of natural light. But if it is around sunset and I have to do portraits, I will always bring a flash. The reason is that usually you either going to underexpose the subject or overexpose the background, right? Yeah. And having a little bit of light can help you balance the two properly, but you don't always need to. Sometimes just by positioning your model or your subject the right way, you can get enough light to be able to expose properly for that, right? Plus, most of the time too, you want to be able to do that kind of silhouette shot with the sunset in the background. So it all depends on what you're going for. You may want to use the flash or you may not want to, depending on the look that you want.
Yeah, it's very, very dependent. There's no right or wrong answer, really.
Yep.
Depends if you're willing to carry the gear, Tony.
Yep. That's why I have my gear cut, right?
Yeah, exactly. He's got a gear. Hey, it comes in handy though.
Yep. Pack everything in and just reel it along.
Just wheel it in.
Yep.
Part of the band. Nice shot. Is it Bryan shot?
Yeah, there's the goose still on the screen there. Sorry, I'm just looking for some more stuff.
Yeah, it's there. It's a nice shot. I love the reflection.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And were you on the ground taking this?
Oh yeah, I always get nice and low. Nice. And then I'll bring up another spring shot.
Where's that taken?
Loafers Lake in Brampton.
Yep.
And then another.
That's my second favorite spot.
Another spring critter.
Cool. Easter bunny.
So, lots of critters.
That's a cool shot too. Lots of critters, eh?
Yeah, I'm looking for a few more. Just one in particular, robin. Because robins are kind of the sign of spring, right? So.
True that.
Here he is. Mr. Robin, let me share him because robins are just very spring.
And what lens were you using?
100 to 400.
Nice.
That's
Just posing for you, eh?
that was an hour and a half of laying in the grass taking photos of robins.
Where was this?
It's a park called Parr Lake in Brampton.
Oh yeah. Where's a good spot to get? Is that a good spot to get? Like, where's a good spot to get birds? Like LaSalle?
LaSalle's really good for birds. Any park where, like for robins, you want grass because they like grass. So it very much depends on the bird you're going for.
Yeah, I don't know. I like what's a good bird to photograph? Like, I don't know. Is that a stupid question?
They're all good.
Yeah, all good. It all depends on
color.
For me,
Like,
yeah. I think when it comes to bird, it all depends on the type of lens that you have, right?
Yeah, like I'm a big fan of the heron.
Yep.
Big fan of herons. So
herons, eh? That's cool. Yeah, I like how big it is too.
Oh, herons are huge.
Yeah. Jeez.
These are all kind of from last spring.
So are herons your favorite?
Herons are one of my favorites. But you can get ducks.
Ooh, nice color there. Yeah, ducks are cool too.
But also with spring, you get puddles from the melt.
Oh yeah.
So you get reflections.
Oh yeah, always.
Yeah.
Always gonna say that. Yeah. So key.
So that's on the Etobicoke Creek Trail in Brampton. So.
That's a good point because essentially, like after it rains, you know that there's gonna be puddles, so that's when you want to take some shots because you know there's gonna be some cool reflections. Yeah.
Yep.
To your
and I think after the rain is also a good time to do kind of like sunset shoots or the sky stuff.
There's always good light.
There's always good light after the rain.
And to Paul's point of getting on the ground and at level, sometimes when you've got a taller flower like a daffodil, you actually want to get below it and shoot up.
Good point. Yeah.
So that was actually taken at midday, and I just made the sun part of the shot because it was in the sky anyway.
Nice. It's a great point to get. Yeah, it's a good point to get under the flower.
Yeah, just to give a different kind of look to it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's also in the calendar.
Also in the calendar? Can someone please pay Bryan?
I know, right?
We're gonna have to set up GoFundMe.
Deliver my check.
Oh man.
Hey guys, don't forget to give the stream a thumbs up.
Yes.
It helps.
Thumbs up, subscribe to everybody's channel.
It helps us pay the bills, not really, because I don't get paid, but it helps for like moral support.
Helps people find the show, right?
Yep.
And that too. I'm gonna I'm just gonna show
you up a cherry blossom
photo that I just recently. I'm just going to my rain photo. You guys have this?
I've got a loading screen on my end.
No?
No.
Nope. It's still kind of buffering.
You guys have it?
No.
Okay. Let me add you first.
So
I added yours.
Okay. So we went back to cherry blossoms here. But
okay, you know what? Take off the stream and then take off the stream. Yeah.
A little bit of lag happening.
Yeah, reshare. Yeah, there's a lag. Reshare your screen. This is pretty embarrassing, guys. This never happens.
Live streams, gotta love it, right?
We gotta find our IT guy. All right. Okay, now we got you. Now we got you. Ah, jeez, man.
Cherry blossoms at night.
Nice.
Jeez. Again, you're under it.
Under it, shooting up with the moon in the frame, and just trying to do something different.
You're using a flash too? Off-camera flash?
No, this is all natural light.
Really?
Yeah.
That moon is strong.
This was a full moon last spring. We were in lockdown. The blossoms in Brampton were closed off to the public during the day, but there was this one tree near Gage Park in downtown Brampton that security wasn't stopping people from going to. So I went there at night. I think Andre was with me, if I remember correctly, and just grabbed this photo of a cherry blossom tree at night under the full moon. I just thought it was cool.
Brampton, can you please stop kicking photographers out? It's the most crazy thing I've ever heard.
We gotta do something
Brian
about that.
posted a message.
It's so crazy.
Brian posted a message the other day saying everyone else encourages people to showcase whatever town or something. Brampton's you're going to jail.
Well, I can't tell you how many other towns have actually wrote to me when I posted a photo and being like, "Oh, hey, that's a great shot. Thanks for taking it. Do you mind if we share it on our Instagram?" And it's yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
Brampton, you pull out your camera and it's don't take photos here.
It's oh man.
Sorry guys, I gotta pull. Oh yeah, the time we had a meetup and security came up.
Security was oh, Loris, crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so sorry guys, I gotta pull this from my Pixabay account. So this image is available for free on Pixabay. You can check it out. Probably this is one of my most downloaded images from Pixabay. It was raining. It was springtime. It was raining. I just took the shot out of my my car's windscreen with the rain falling on the windscreen. Initially, when I took it, I didn't really like it, but I put it up on Pixabay, and it seems like people really liked it a lot. So
good, simple.
It's very simple, but
but it works.
Not your normal kind of spring kind of shot, but you gotta play around with things as you go. Right.
Yeah, I mean, people, again, it kind of ties into why people buy stock photography, and sometimes people need an image like this to go along with their blog post about why I love the rain, and that's why they need a photo like this or something, right? So,
oh yeah,
you'd be surprised why people need photos sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Again, just getting down low and looking up. I like to get down low. It just gives a different perspective that people don't normally see.
Also, the sky is cool.
Yeah.
The clouds are cool. The sky is cool. So, I assume you edited the sky too, right?
It's not that's the way the sky was. I mean, I adjust color, but
yeah, there was no full-on sky replacement.
Nope, no sky replacement. No,
no asteroid belt taken out.
No.
I like it. That's
cool.
Let me try to reshare my screen before.
Go for it.
My computer blows up again. You guys have the rain photo?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So if you guys watch my latest YouTube video, you know exactly how I did this. But again, even if you have photos that are not taken in springtime, but you still kind of want to use them, you can use things like Photoshop Express to add raindrops to the photo to make it like spring. So, you don't always have to be tied down to I took this between March and June 20th. If you have photos that you want to use, but you kind of want to tie it into the season, you can just edit it to make it look like the season, right? So this, I just use Photoshop Express and you just add raindrops and then off you go, right? So, and then, just tweak the color and contrast, and then, looks like it's taken during a rainstorm. So I always say, don't delete anything, because you never know when you're going to want to use it, and you just get better at editing over time, right? I'm a better editor now than versus 2 years ago. So just keep stuff and make sure it's organized, because sometimes you're going to want to use it. And hey, now I know how to use Photoshop Express. I can make that photo work. So that's why I always say don't delete anything unless it's terribly out of focus or totally blown out. But if it's within reason, keep it, because you never know. Maybe you're going to upload it as stock and you're going to sell it. You just don't know. So keep stuff.
And if it's early spring and nothing's really happening yet, you can just look for textures. There's all these textures left over from winter that are just awesome.
Yeah, which totally. Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, I love finding stuff like that.
Was this
Just
in the
playing with the
country?
texture. It was a walk on the Etobicoke Creek Trail, the very north end in Caledon last spring.
You know what you're gonna find a lot this year is like discarded masks.
Already seeing a ton
Yeah.
of them around.
which is a real shame anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not
So
surprising.
another one from Pixabay. This is a photo I shot. I
Banger.
think Fox of the Credit.
Banger.
This was early spring. It was just after a rainstorm. Right, so you can see from the sky. The sky was really kind of dramatic. Plus, I pushed it a little bit in post, anyways.
Just a little bit.
And yeah, and I also pushed the colors in the trees. The colors in the
banger
trees
photo.
as well, right?
It is. I love it.
Oh yeah,
It's a banger photo.
it was this is a while ago, I think from 2018. I put it up on Pixabay, and as you can see, it's already got over 2,000 downloads.
Nice.
For whatever reason why they're using it, I don't know, but like it was spring, but you can still edit it, push the colors and stuff like that. I just wanted to demonstrate the fact that after the rainstorm, you're always gonna get some really nice clouds and sky, and then you can make use of those in your shots. So.
Always after the rain, it's like the sky, like I don't know, decompresses into like a great sky. Nice, man.
I was out for a walk last spring and just grabbed this. For people that don't know, these flowers are called snowdrops, I believe, and they're one of the first wildflowers that blooms in the spring. So you'll find them along the edges of forests and things like that.
Snowdrops, because I guess they look like snowdrops, snow and drops.
Yeah, basically. Yep.
Interesting.
So yeah, once you start seeing those and a few other types of flowers, spring is on the way.
Yeah, you just never know what you're gonna find, right? That's the whole thing to it. And I'm gonna try to quickly show something else. You guys have any questions in the chat? Let us know if you guys want to share a photo. Let us know, because we'd be happy to do that. Okay.
I'm always happy to do that.
I know Tony wants to share. Tony wants to share something, I know that, but don't be shy, Tony. We're down 3 people today. Come on now.
Yeah, Tony's thinking of Blade Runner in the comments.
Blade Runner.
Yeah, neon lights in the rain.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's a good point. I think. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? When we did that kind of stuff, I have the photos somewhere. Don't know if I can get them handy. But yeah, neon lights are great, man.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't have to be spring either. Like they're just good, like year round.
Yeah, I like to shoot them.
Okay, you guys have the sun?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Coming up? Okay.
Yep.
So, you can use like the sunrise to like symbolize like the change of season, right? Like new beginnings and all that stuff. So you can use the sunrise to like illustrate that. And I don't know, I kind of like it, but it has good symbolism.
I was going to post a sunrise on IG today.
Oh, there you go. Or even like sunset to like symbolize the end of winter. So like the opposite.
Right? Yeah, it's kind of figurative type stuff.
Yeah, just just has some sort of like symbolism to it, right? And have some fun with it.
Yeah. I'll go sunrise too. There.
Oh yeah, it's a great photo. It's that cloud, man, is like just killer.
Oh yeah, it worked so well.
Like it's a good one.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was one of the meetups we were allowed to have. So
yeah, I think so, right? Yeah, so just find stuff that like you can use as like symbolize. Sorry, Evans, go ahead.
Since you guys were all sharing sunrise,
yeah,
I'm going to share blue hour shot.
Oh, right.
Evan's is pushing the envelope, which I like.
I just like I said, I like the
Nice. Oh yeah, this is Humber Bay,
long
right?
exposure. Humber Bay. Yep.
Yeah.
One of our meetups.
That was the first one the first one back after
After the lockdown, the first
Yeah.
lockdown,
Oh yeah,
I think.
I
Yeah.
remember.
Right.
Nice.
I like the long exposures, either with sunset or just after sunsets.
Yeah.
This one was just a few minutes or so after sunset, right? So you get all that blue in the sky. You've got a little bit of that sun picking up around the buildings here. They make for great images.
What did you use an ND filter?
Yes. So for
Yeah.
this shot, I think I was using a 10 stop ND filter. Because I wanted to get an exposure of at least 3 to 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Just to smooth out the water, so you can see how the lake is kind of almost, smooth out. That's the kind of shots that I like to take. Right. Sometimes I like it when there's a lot more clouds, so you can see the clouds
you need clouds.
look like there's motion in there.
Yes.
There's not too much clouds, but when you have clouds in the sky and the clouds kind of have that motion blur to it, it's really beautiful.
Oh
Oh yeah,
totally.
that's a great effect.
Oh yeah, it's a banger. Yes, and yes, you need ND filters to get this sort of effect because you can't do it with a bare lens.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, there's ways to do it. So one way I have done it, if I don't have ND filters, is try to see the lowest shutter speed I can go at. So for example, if I can get up to maybe half a second without ND, then I'll take a couple of pictures. But most of the time you want to put it on a tripod, right? So put your camera on a tripod, take maybe 5 or 6 pictures at half a second shutter or something, and then in Photoshop you merge those together and you kind of get the effect of a longer exposure.
You can actually blend about 100 shots.
Preach.
And make the effect of like a multi-minute exposure using I believe it's the mean feature in Photoshop.
It's the mean.
Yeah, and so you can take 100 photos that are like 100th of a second each, and then just put them all together and use the mean effect, and you'll actually just get the blur in the sky.
Yeah, you can get it done. I just that you have to do it in post, right? But there's, I've done it before, where I wanted like a 5-second exposure, but I could only get a 1 second. I'll take the shots, but I just want to make sure that there's not too much of a shake between. If you're hand holding that, you may have some issues when it comes to merging them together. If you have them on a steady tripod, it depends on the shutter speed. So if you have it on a steady tripod at a lower shutter speed, then you have a better chance of getting a better image once you merge them together.
Right. I love it. It's like it's just, it looks good, man. It's a banger photo. Yeah, Humber Bay, it's a good spot, man.
It is.
It's a good spot. But we shall see.
Well, the other nice thing about spring is it's coming into.
Bryan, we're going to throw something up. Sorry, I just thought I saw your screen there.
Yep, I'm in the process of queuing something here. So the other thing about
It has a really bad lag today.
Yeah, it's weird. There.
It's really bad. Yeah.
Coming of farmers markets.
Yes, sir. Farmers markets, great idea.
Yep.
Farmers market, flea markets, you get people. Yeah.
Did they even do it this year in Brampton, Bryan?
Yes, they did.
Oh, they did?
Yep. I didn't go once. Even that. Just some outdoor market stalls in the springtime. It just, I don't know, there's a lot more life on the street once you get to springtime.
Yeah, you got some really good people stuff. Plus, like the fruits and the textures and all that, you know.
Oh yeah, it's just so many more people outside. There's so much more activity.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the thing, right? To get people to like show spring. So maybe it's like playing a sport or bicycling or like rollerblading or something, right? It's like something like active,
Yeah.
kind of like the opposite of winter. And that's why you just gotta pay attention and just keep walking around, not staying in like one spot. Which is like half the fun. Which is like half the fun. Totally. Like what's one spot that you guys want to get to this spring if like we're allowed to like leave the house?
I'd like to get back over to the island, like Center Island.
Oh, the island.
Yeah.
For me, I think I wanna this spring I wanna go to since you guys have been talking so much about LaSalle Park, I wanna go there. Never been there, but this spring I might go out there.
Well, we'll just ping you if we're gonna go. It's a good spot.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great spot.
Yeah, it's really good actually. Yeah, I was trying to think of where I want to go for like springtime. I don't know. I kind of want to do more like abandoned stuff, to be honest with you.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
The White House is coming.
Again, the White House is coming, but because you get so many like unique shots, right? And then you get like the abandoned versus like the spring, so you get like the opposite of like like the end of something and the start of something. So it's kind of like interesting.
Yeah, the juxtaposition of
you got
the new versus the old and decaying, and
yeah, for sure. Also, like visiting like smaller like towns.
Yes.
Like just like random places, like wherever.
We have to go walk around Guelph.
Yeah,
downtown Guelph. Yeah. We got to do that.
I really like the way we went to that small town. Was it last year or 2 years ago? Eloha, if you remember, Paul.
Oh, Elora,
yeah.
Elora's
that was beautiful.
Yeah, because I was watching a video the other day about like travel photography and how like is it like the worst time to be a travel photographer or like the best time to be a travel photographer? And I guess I don't know, it's the way you look at it, but like his argument was it's actually going to be the best time to become a travel photographer because everyone's gonna like all these tourism boards are gonna want images to like sell their location once we can all like leave, right? Because like tourism is going to be in such a high demand that there's going to be more demand for content, which I found. Which it kind of made sense, right? So if you go to like all these places like Elora, they may need photos to like sell whatever they're selling, right?
Or like that alleyway shot that I just took in Newmarket. They've asked me for that one.
Oh, there you go. Like the town of Newmarket?
Yeah, the town of Newmarket.
Are you gonna give it to them?
Oh, I've already sent it. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's what I mean, right? Like you just don't know what people need sometimes, and sometimes it's like a pretty simple photo.
Well, the advantage too, or the challenge anyway, is when you walk around the same place over and over again, you get used to seeing it. But if you want to do travel photography, you have to find unique ways to show someplace, so you can train yourself to look for that. Because you've got this one place where you've walked around so many times, you just have to find different things. And it'll help you actually develop into seeing more.
Yes.
Just because you have to look harder in the places you always go.
Yeah.
You do get blind once you've like been somewhere like a million times.
That's like why I love walking around.
Yeah, like me, I've been to this Hot Lake place so many times. Sometimes when you go, it feels like you've seen everything, right? But if you look closely enough, you realize that there's always something different, something new that you have never shot in that same spot, right? And it helps you train your eyes to look out for on things to look out for when you're outside, especially somewhere that you've never been, because you've seen how you can explore your own local background. It helps you to explore and look out for things differently when you are somewhere else new.
Tony just commented.
Oh, exactly, right? And also Kim's the spirit place. Yeah. Like his argument was like you don't need to travel somewhere to become a travel photographer. Basically, you just need to like sell the destination to make someone want to visit. Right.
Yep.
So
100%.
I'll take for example Oakville. Like I take so many photos of Oakville. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna. I guess I'm selling the place, right? Like you're gonna want to go there. Yeah. Definitely starting to do reels. I know, Kim. I got your email. Kim's sharing some photos. Possibilities around Toronto.
Yeah.
Sorry, Evans, you're gonna say something?
No, I was just saying that this I think this time is really also good to do travel photography if you can travel safely, because some of these spots that you will end up being, even though if you've been there before, you're gonna get better shots because there's less people going out, right? I remember my wife and myself, we went to Niagara Falls a couple of months ago during the lockdown, and I was surprised. The whole place was basically empty. The streets, the fall, everywhere was empty, right? So it gives you the ability to get the kind of composition and sauce that you want, which you probably wouldn't get when everywhere is open.
100%, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Which is great because you don't want people in your photo anyway.
Yep.
Kim, I'm going to share your photos.
All right.
Kim shared a bunch.
Viewer submissions. There we go.
Yeah, viewer submissions.
Yep. I think we gotta do one of those very soon.
Yeah.
Where we edit viewer images. We haven't done one in a while. Yeah.
You guys have this one?
Yeah.
Was this part, Kim?
Nice. I like the popping reds.
Yeah, UFT's a good one. Nice. UFT always under construction. Always. They're doing something. They're building a spaceship inside that place. Hyde Park?
Is it Elon Musk building it?
Could be Elon, yeah. Thanks for sharing, Kim. You want to share a little bit about the story behind the photo, or was this kind of like self-explanatory? Whoa. Local spot near the house, Christy Pitts. Yeah. Nice. Did we lose Bryan?
I think we'll lose Bryan.
We lost Bryan. Okay. Now it's waiting for him to come back. It's all right. Also, just FYI, guys, next week is going to be our official 1-year anniversary of this show. Because I went to the date of April 8th.
April 8th was the first show?
Yeah. Because I went to the date. So next week is going to be the official
1 year.
I don't know whose turn it is, but they have a lot of people.
Be here next week.
Bryan
I might be here depending on what happens with the lockdown stuff.
Yeah. So we'll see. I think, you know what, the first episode we did, we talked about the impact of COVID on us as photographers and videographers and us as creatives altogether. That was like their first topic. We can think about maybe revisiting the topic 1 year later and see how we're all doing 1 year later, mentally, physically, emotionally. But yeah, it's a lot of shows
we
now.
Have on the calendar. So next week, what am I doing wrong?
I don't know. I can't see what you're doing. So I don't
Next
know what
week is the 7th. Oh,
I think it's probably Bryan James.
I have a feeling. But I'm not sure if he's available. So
he said he probably wouldn't be for the next couple weeks.
Yeah, I know Bryan's going to be available next 2 weeks. So
maybe Evans, you should do it.
Well, after that, it's Bryan's turn, so Bryan can host next week if Bryan's available.
If I'm here next week, I'll host it. If not, then it'll have to be when you guys
available. 'Available.
Yep, that's fine.
So, we'll see. I think, you know what, the first episode we did, we talked about the impact of COVID on us as photographers and videographers and us as creators altogether. That was like their first topic. We can think about maybe revisiting the topic 1 year later and see how we're all doing 1 year later, mentally, physically, emotionally. But yeah, it's a lot of shows, man.
Yep.
Don't forget to ping Andre earlier next week.
Also,
Yep.
sorry, I wasn't thinking today. I was in a cloud of just whatever. Wasn't thinking. I'm trying to share a photo here of. Let me just see if I can do this quickly. This is gonna be pretty off the grid, but we'll see what happens. I like pushing the envelope sometimes. You guys can be the judge.
Our song one's called Push It.
Yep. You have the Instagram. So I said, "See you summer," and then you could just. I should just use this for like the spring one.
Yep.
And just
redo the caption.
And just like edit the caption and just like redo this clock. Like again, like you want to like symbolize, the end of something and the start of something. So it's just I don't know. It's just so like different that meh. That's what I came up with one day. Hashtag sorry not sorry.
Yeah, you know what happens in the springtime? Graduation.
Yep.
That's a good one.
It's all going to be virtual.
Virtual. So that's the thing, though.
There. Let's share that.
Oh, that's a good one.
Graduation.
I like the close-up detail. I didn't even think of graduation, man.
Mm-hmm. Neither did I. I was just quickly flipping through finding spring photos.
I didn't think of graduation.
Because we still have a few minutes left in the show.
It's actually a great idea. Yeah, graduations, proms.
Again, we got yelled at by security during the shoot. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. Yeah, graduations are a good one, man. Easter mass or something. People coming in and out of the church. Yeah, I do like graduation though.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of shots from that shoot.
Nice. Well, I do have a neon photo, but it's not really good. I can show, but it's not really great though. Like, doesn't really do it justice.
Let's see your neon. I can find neon too.
Nah, it's not. I can show it, but it's not great. I'll show it.
Okay, show yours. I'll find.
Okay.
I'll try and find a neon.
So I'm doing it for Tony.
Tony wants to see the neon.
Yeah, I'll do it for Tony. Tony, this one's for you, but it's not exactly spectacular. Poor Christina.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
I shot you that night.
Yeah, you did.
Yep.
It's on my.
I think I shot one of Paul too that night.
Yeah, I used the B-roll in the video.
Yeah.
Are you still using the shot I gave you?
It's on the banner, man.
Nice.
The YouTube banner. Big thanks to Christine, who was a good sport.
Yes.
And she did well.
I haven't
Fantastic
seen her in a while.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, she'll be out once we can go out. I'm sure if we do another Brampton one, I'm sure she'll be out again. Did you find it? Did you find a better neon? Yes,
this
sir.
one is also from one of our meetups. I think this was Harbourfront.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I remember that
a while back. Yeah, I just try to use the neon sign to get some kind of reflections going on in there. But no,
that's a good one. I remember that meetup too. We had like 80,000 people, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, at that time there was no lockdown, so
no. So it was
really hanging out.
A free society. It was a free society.
Yep.
The same spot, Brian.
Nice.
Yep, same spot. That's the noodle sign.
The noodles that keeps on giving. Colors. See, Tony, this one's for you, man. I love her. Neon's awesome. We're gonna get Brendan Wolfel on next week, actually. So stay tuned for that one. Imagine. That's not neon. This is neon.
Yeah.
Jeez. What's the trick of shooting neon? Just like getting like as close as possible at like at the right angle to get
Ankles, I think.
like yeah. And does
Yeah,
the sign
ankles.
matter?
It's on the ankles.
Does the
The
color
sign doesn't
matter?
matter. Nope, because I've done that same sign in many different colors. Like you saw the color, that's the same sign that I did for you. I've done it orangey. I've used that same sign so many times. So it's just you got to play with it in
town,
post.
and there's a cool coffee shop with it inside the shop. And what, you just boost the saturation?
I could show you. You have to play with the calibration sliders a fair bit, and then saturation, and play with the different colors.
Do you like deep? Yeah. Do you like desat like the colors that you don't want, and then saturate the colors that you do want to make it like really pop?
Yeah. Yeah. Play with your white balance. You're dragging your white balance pretty cool, and then you're using the calibration sliders to bring that pink back in. And if you're going for that look, I've done an orange and green.
I think the calibration section is one of the least used places for most editors, but that's the place where you can also do a lot of cool stuff in there, right?
It does so much.
Yeah.
Someone do a YouTube video on that. Unless you guys already done.
I think I've done a couple of my edit with me videos. I talk about the calibration tab a lot. Because for certain images, that's where I start from, especially for my Sony cameras. The older Sony cameras where the color science wasn't that great, I always start off with the calibration tab, just to bring the skin tones to where I like before I start even adjusting anything else.
Yeah, I shoot Canon, so I never had that problem.
Here we go.
Shots fired.
Yeah, the gear was.
Yeah.
It's a good point. We can do another deep dive on that in another episode of Open Shutter. Calibration, why it's important, why you need it. Don't let it scare you. I can't even spell calibration.
I can't even find that shot of you, Paul. I want to find that neon shot of you I took.
Oh, that's a banger photo, man. It's one of the best. Neon Demon Studio. Yeah, Tony. Apparently he's like going out of business, but apparently he still like has the studio. Brian James told us. That place is expensive though.
It is. It's too much money.
And also he charges more if you're doing video for some reason.
I think that's pretty normal. That part of it. I think most places do charge more for video. But I don't necessarily agree with that.
Oh, he found someone to run it. Okay. There you
go. So here, if I'm going to share, Paul, just quickly and show you the difference just playing with the calibration sliders can make with two views of Mr. Paul. There we go. So there's one.
You're welcome.
There you go. But then, same time.
And look at that.
Exact same sign, just using the calibration sliders.
Okay. Just notice how my mask and my t-shirt match. That was not planned. But I always come prepared. I need to match the mask and the shirt. Tony sent me a couple of neons. All right. See, I told you Tony's going to.
There we go. Can we try and squeeze them in before the end here?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we can bump our sponsors. What'd you send me, Tony? Oh, geez. Okay. All right.
Are they YouTube friendly?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Don't you worry. It's downloading, Tony. It's a big file. We need drum rolls. We need drum rolls for these pauses. Or we need some sort of like. I know. Our budget was cut.
Are you still downloading Tony's?
Just got it.
Okay.
I just got it.
I went and found another cherry blossom photo just in case you didn't find Tony's yet. Tony's laughing. LOL, YouTube friendly. Well, you never know, Tony.
It's important, Tony. It's important.
Has
important.
to. Yep.
You just. All right. Let me try to get this thing. Let me try to get going. Wow, it's street today.
Yeah, it's
What's going
doesn't
on?
like you today.
No.
No. Matrix.
Okay, you guys have this one?
I have your sunrise. Oh, nope, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Yep. Nope.
Oh, nice, Tony.
Yeah.
The colors.
Mm-hmm.
Is that in Neon Demon?
That's.
I don't know if that's in Neon Demon. It might be. I've never shot there, so I don't know.
Yeah, I wanted to try that place, but
It is.
man, it's too pricey.
It is.
Yeah, it is too expensive.
Thanks, Tony. Yeah, Tony is a banger. Thanks for sharing that.
I'll end off with one
You're gonna throw
last
something up,
blossom shot. How's that? One last blossom shot. Again, playing with the calibration sliders.
Boom. Calibrate it.
Yeah.
Like it.
Really playing with those colors.
It's cool.
And that's why I like the calibration sliders, because you can't get this by just using the HSL, right?
No.
The calibration sliders will allow you to push those colors much more further.
It really allows you to play.
Than you can. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. And Tony said yes, they were both shot at Neon Demon. Just looking at the chat here. All right. I think Paul locked up.
Yep, Paul is frozen.
Paul is frozen. I think this is the second time the host of the show froze.
Yeah, he's frozen in the winter.
Oh, is he back?
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm back.
He's back.
I
All right.
thought you got stuck in winter.
Oh,
I thought it was going to be a repeat of when I was hosting and my computer froze.
Oh yeah, you couldn't. Like, I'm holding on to the delete key.
That was hilarious.
So dedicated.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Sorry, were you done? I don't even know what happened.
Yeah. No, I unshared. We were just waiting for you to thaw out there.
Good times. Well, we'll eventually get this
funny.
started.
It would be funny if at the end of the show your computer freezes and you're not able to end it.
That actually happened during mine. I don't remember how we ended it. I think I had to shut down my
Bryan
computer.
was like,
It was great.
Good stuff. Another
I had to basically keep my computer on.
Yeah, you're holding on to the power key or something.
Security found out I was shooting in the city again.
Yeah. I think they're sending you in your check for the calendar.
There we go. Yeah, you got to be careful how you say shooting in Brampton these days.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be careful because true.
Oh, I think
okay, should we call it, guys?
I think it was Selim that was telling me the story about how he did a video, and in the title he put "How to Shoot."
Yeah, Meek.
Yeah, and it got taken down. Yeah,
YouTube took it down because he said shooting. Yeah. The photo. Yeah,
how to shoot, not how to
photograph. Shoot. Yeah,
you gotta put photo shoot, right?
Yeah, and even
how
that
to photograph
the photo, yeah.
I never use shoot in my title. It's always photograph or something. Some SEO stuff.
Not unless your name's like FPS Russia or something.
Yeah, exactly. Unless my handle is 007. The studio does not do non-commercial work. Are you talking about Neon Demon, Kim?
Interesting.
What is this
You
number?
can't.
Does not do non-commercial.
Evans,
Is that
one of
for
these
Neon
days we
U?
got to book. We got to book the Jaipur room at Vision Room and go play.
Vision room. Yeah,
Yeah.
let me know. We'll set it up.
Yeah. Once
Set her up.
once everything's happening and
Mhm.
we don't have to worry so much about the COVID stuff, then we'll go
Yeah.
book there.
We can only hope. We can only hope.
Yeah.
Should we call it, guys?
It's a good place.
Or do
Yeah,
you have more stuff
yeah,
to-
we can call it.
Is that enough?
Yeah.
Is that enough fun? Is that enough torture for the audience? Thanks everyone for jumping on. Hopefully you took away a couple of things. I'm glad the streamer is still working so we can end up properly. Evans, any final thoughts?
No, I just want to say spring is here. Head out, shoot something new, try different things, try different ideas. You have to be crazy, right? So don't worry about looking like a fool light on the floor trying to get a flower
Yeah.
shot. Do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That's what it takes
Do
to
it.
get the shot. Do it.
Do
right?
it.
And always don't forget, we want to see what you're creating out there. Share with us, tag us on
Tag us.
IG, and then
share
let's
YouTube.
take a look and see what you're creating.
Yeah,
as well.
Open Shutter YouTube.
Yep.
Put the handle again.
And remember, our sponsor is Disney because this video is frozen.
Come
Got
on
it in.
now. Come on
Yeah.
now. Come on
Gotta
now.
end with the bad dad joke, right? There we go.
I want my channel to get monetized.
There we go. Anyway,
Jeez.
thanks everybody for watching and listening to us ramble on about springtime. And,
Yes. Yes.
So let's see some great photos.
Make
That's
sure
it for
you
me.
check out these guys. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for jumping on. What's up, buddy? Make sure you follow Evans and Bryan on IG, YouTube. Their links are in the description. And we'll be back next week for the official 1-year anniversary of this show, and we may or may not be having a special guest. I'll just leave it at that.
Nice.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great evening. We'll see you next time.
Thanks everyone. Take care.
Peace.
Take care.
Bye.
Peace.